Hi everyone. Today we'll start a new topic, Adwords Policy. This is one very important segment wherein an advertiser or a user has to adhere the Google ad policy. If they are not adhering it, they will first bar the ads, and if constantly the ads are not changes are not being made for a particular ad, then yes, the complete account would be barred. So, in order to have a smooth running of your campaign, you just need to adhere certain policies offered by Google AdWords. Let's start. So, in total, the Google AdWords policy is divided into four subsequent groups. The first one is the prohibited content. Google Ads or the Google AdWords team will bar any prohibited content like sales promotion, example drugs, alcohol, or any chemical which is not in the permissible list. Services that cause damage or harm or injury, especially for the travelers who are offering services like bungee jumping, paragliding, rafting, they really need to adhere the prohibited content policies wherein they need to get a special approval from Google AdWords team. And if somebody is likely in future wants to promote these particular content, I would first suggest that please get this particular service approved for your particular website from Google AdWords team. Then the third one is the destination URL which has a content which is shocking, which promote intolerance, discrimination, or violence. So let's take example, you can't promote any a website which has a discrimination content like Hindu Muslim, or which has a discrimination about caste, or which has a discrimination about Christianity or white and black. So you really need to make sure that your content is not promoting any kind of a violence. They're not promoting any kind of a discrimination for a particular group of users. Let's move to the second block, which is a restricted content. This is one very important segment which an advertiser has to follow. What I've seen in past, and especially in 2012, Google AdWords accounts, especially in India, locked, or you can say barred, around 12,000 AdWords accounts across India. Why? Because they were not following certain policies of Google AdWords. The first one being the trademark. Trademark is one important feature where the advertiser needs to flag if any kind of a services that they are offering which has a trademark issue. Example, you are promoting a service, an AC service for LG, or you can say for Samsung, or for any AC brand. Then there comes the trademark issue. And if you are promoting that particular service, you need to flag this thing to Google AdWords team, and you need to take an approval for the same. If you're not seeking approval, the trademark violation will block your ads from running, and eventually, if you're not making any kind of changes onto your ad, then your account will be blocked. Generally, even for political content, you have to make sure that you are getting approvals from Google AdWords, for especially for a political content. If not doing so, you will be barred from displaying your ads in Google Network. Now let's move to the third block, which is editorial and technical. Editorial and technical especially is related to your landing page experience of a user. Google doesn't want the user to have a bad experience, like whatever the user is doing across the Google network. So if you are displaying any kind of an ad, and you are redirecting a user from Google page to a different website, you have to just make sure that the content over there is unique. It's not copy pasted from any other website, or it's not a duplication of any other website. You can't produce an infringement content across your website. So you have to follow these particular editorial guidelines. This is more specifically being defined in the course material what I have shared into my course material below in this video. Let's move to the fourth one, which is the prohibited practice. You can't abuse the ad network. Generally, there are a lot of advertisers who try to sneak out with the Google algorithm. However, let me just make sure that and tell my user that Google algorithm are really smart. They every time they do audits of their Google accounts, and if somebody is being found or any account is being found abusing the ad networks or any kind of information that they are trying to abuse with, they're gonna ban that particular account immediately, and likely that particular advertiser would not be able to display ads for with Google in future. Let's talk about the data collection and use. This is one very data integrity policy what they have introduced in way back in 2012. You cannot pick any personal identification information, and if you are doing so, you have to adhere to certain guidelines. This particular segment is really important for advertisers who are doing a shopping campaign, because then you pick the first name, you pick the last name, you pick the credit card information, you pick the phone numbers. So if any advertiser is picking up these information, they have to adhere to the Google data collection and use policy, especially known as PII values. And right now you can't. A recent update has completely barred that nobody would be able to pick the PII information like social security numbers or Aadhaar card, especially for India. You can't mispresent any data. If you're not LG, you can't try to produce yourself to be one, providing the services of LG. So you just have to make sure that if you are doing any services or giving some services, you are not misleading the Google users just for your own benefit. And if found so, again, as I said earlier, your Google ads would be barred, and if changes not being made, then your account would be blocked. Now, we'll be covering adult contents, alcohol, drugs, gambling, and copyright. Also, an advertiser has to adhere to these especially strict rules, you can say, for Google AdWords, wherein you cannot promote any adult content, wherein any sexual or pornographic material or content is being circulated. If found so, again, Google will ban you. Alcohol, drugs, gambling. You cannot promote these things as well in Google Ad Network. Moving further, in the next module, we have covered the reporting part. We have also covered the interview questions, the question that will be coming. Likely, you can say it might come in Google AdWords certification. I would request the user to go one by one all the topics under that particular material. Thank you.